willkommen auf der Gamescom 2022. Ich bin Lena, mache Social Media bei Xbox Dach und wir sind heute hier bei uns am Stand und ich habe Accessibility Lead Brandon mitgebracht. Damit auch alle Menschen mit Beeinträchtigungen hier bei uns wirklich Spaß haben können, gibt es tatsächlich einiges zu beachten. Und was das alles ist, das werden wir jetzt einmal mit Brandon klären. It's so nice to have you here, Brandon.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Would you like to tell something about yourself first?
Yeah, so I've been working at Microsoft almost 25 years now, and I started working with the gaming and disability community back in around 2006. And I'm here today to make sure that this experience is as accessible as possible for any gamers that show up that have disabilities.
That's so good. I mean, let's start with the shirt you have
Yeah.
on. I mean, it's the perfect example for how we deal with accessibility on the booth. I mean, I have this little pin here. What do we do with these shirts? Do all staff wear these?
No, so what we decided to do was we wanted to make sure that anybody who came up to a staff member was going to have a really excellent experience interacting with them. And to ensure that, there were specific staff members that we trained on disability etiquette, how to interact with people with disabilities. So those individuals are out on the floor wearing these shirts, and people can come up and ask for really anything they need, any support, and we'll do our absolute best to make sure that we can accommodate them.
It's so nice that people have a place to go and just find help, but they don't really need help when they come to our booth because we make sure that they can move around freely even if they have a wheelchair.
What we do is we make sure that even people who are in larger power chairs are able to do that same sort of navigation. We have ramps at all the entrances to the booth to make sure that people can easily get in and out of the experience. And we have specific accessibility stations set up where things like the monitor height can be adjusted so it's easier for those people to be able to play the games and see what's on the screen and whatnot. So we've even made sure that the carpet itself is thin enough so that it can accommodate a chair easily.
We do have a spider here in our booth. You can't see it right now, but we have a little sign saying that if you are afraid of spiders, that you are warned and you don't have to look at it.
You know, at Microsoft, we feel like we're on our accessibility journey, and we're still relatively new to the concept of game accessibility. We're always improving. So one of the examples, you brought up the spider, we know that there are a large number of people in the world that have arachnophobia. So what we're trying to do is find ways to make sure that people who are really terrified of that creature are going to have a time and a place to come in where it's going to be less impactful. At the end of every show, from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, we're going to turn off the lighting around it, and then we will give tours to anybody who needs it to guide them around the booth as much as possible to avoid the spider. In hindsight, it would have been great if we could have had a curtain that we could have drawn. By the time we realized what was going on, it was just a little too late. So it's a great learning opportunity for the next time we do a show. And that's what we really try to do here. Anytime we do an event, we know we're going to get some stuff wrong. We just want to make sure that we learn from it so the next time we get it right.
The number one tool we haven't talked about yet. What is more speaking accessibility for Xbox than the adaptive controller?
It's one of the first products we created that was designed with the gaming and disability community and not for them. So from the get-go, we were working with nonprofits and advocates and gamers with disabilities and medical professionals to make sure that device was as powerful and useful and adaptive as possible for our community. And so we make sure now that at every one of these events, we always have the adaptive controller as well as the peripherals that we can plug into it available for people who may need it. So it's just a great an example of Microsoft's commitment to our gaming and disability community.
Can you tell me about the sign language? Because I'm always so amazed when I see events that there's always sign language included for people.
Well, you know, it's funny you ask, because long ago I studied ASL, American Sign Language.
Yeah.
And now mine's very bad. I've forgotten most of it. But what's great about an event like this is that we have 3 different types of sign language that are being spoken here. We have American Sign Language, we have British Sign Language, and then we also have German Sign Language. It's just great because if somebody's deaf and they come up and they have a question about a game, or they have a question about something at the booth, or whatever they need, we have people on staff to help translate that. And it's just another, again, wonderful thing that we offer at our booth that I don't think you see at other booths here at Gamescom.
Yes, this is also, like the adaptive controller, so unique, and it's great to have it.
One more thing I wanted to mention, we have a quiet room. So what we've done is we have a room that's quiet off the show floor. If it becomes just simply too overwhelming to be in the space, we can take them there and let them get away and get a break from all of it.
Perfect. I really need to try this out. So we're going to take a look at the wheelchair lift now.
Sounds great. Yeah, let's show you how that works.
That sounds exciting. Let's head over to the lift.
All right.
Brennan, you're standing right on it. Explain what this is. Oh, you're going up.
I'm going up. So we want to make sure that people in wheelchairs have an easy way to get on stage. A nice thing about a lift like this is it's very compact compared to a ramp, which would take a lot more space. So we have this here to get people up on stage, and we make sure that we test it in the morning and in the evening, always to ensure that it's ready to go for when the show opens.
That's perfect. Thank you so much, Brennan.
My pleasure. Thank you. This was so much fun.
Yes, it was.
Great. Cheers.
Ich hoffe, ihr hattet Spaß bei diesem kleinen Accessibility-Video. Und wir hoffen, dass ihr auch immer alle daran denkt, wenn ihr Events plant, dass ihr alles schön accessible macht für alle Menschen da draußen mit Beeinträchtigungen. Ciao.